Hello and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. Welcome this evening. I am so glad to have you join me. I am Anna. I am a retired school teacher, an educational consultant, an author, a jury consultant, and a certified cake instructor, as well as a health consultant. And I just want to welcome you to Sweet Blessings, where we try to inspire, encourage, and empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm also powered by CTR Media Network, whereas if you want to start a podcast or you're interested in being a guest on a podcast, by all means, you can reach out to me, or you can also reach out to the CTR Media Network. So, I have been on here talking about a whole bunch of things, really, since the beginning of the year. But have you ever been scammed? It has hit me several. I mean, it's literally several times. And so I thought that that would be a good topic because I'm sure that other people have experienced this as well as myself. So there's a few little things that I would like to do. Those people who are on Facebook, please, by all means, you can support me by sending stars. You know that stars help me earn money to make more content in my presentations as well. So also, I would like you to know that I am also on Facebook. This is my Facebook account. I'm on Instagram. And by any means, if you want to be a guest on my show or sponsor an episode of my show or even partnership with me, you can reach out to me on my website. This is my bit for my website. By all means, write it down. Also, you can reach out to me on my email. This is my email. So you can reach out to me there as well if you have any questions or anything like that that you would be interested in asking questions and stuff like that to me as well. Also, the most important thing, I'm trying to build my YouTube channel. So if you would, by all means, subscribe to my YouTube channel, it is there on the bottom of my screen. It is the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, SWE. So by all means, just reach out to that. So today I'm going to expound a little bit on scams, and as I go through this thing with the scams, see if you have had any experience with this. I'm going to tell you as I go along. I'm going to tell you all the ones that have happened uh, to me in my lifetime. Okay, it's been quite a few. Not to say that I'm gullible. You're not gullible. It's just one of those things that happen. So I'm going to break for a commercial, and then I'm going to come back with my presentation. Hold on.
The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today.
All right, we are back now. And what I'm going to be talking about this evening is unmasking deceptive schemes, a guide to recognizing and avoiding scams. And like I said, some of these I have had. I'm so grateful today that last week I couldn't get my PowerPoint to work, but it's okay. It's all good. This week, fortunately, I do have this one working. I don't know. Sometimes it works. You know how the computers are. But I want you to know that scams are deceptive schemes designed to trick individuals or organizations. It also happens to organizations into giving away money, personal information, or valuables. And they come in various forms, y'all, various forms. And it's quite a few of them. So let's kind of delve on into this really, really quick. So the first one I wanted to talk about is phishing. And phishing, the scammers impersonate legitimate entities. They do it via email, they do it text or phone calls to steal personal information like passwords, credit cards, and numbers. Now, I've had this happen. Uh, the email I get all the time, the text, I haven't gotten too many texts. Phone calls I get too. Uh, I've had the IRS call me. What was the other publishing clearinghouse call me, all kinds of things. These people who are doing these type of things, they're fishing. That's what it's called, fishing, and they are considered to be scammers as well. So as we move on, fishing, remember that, fishing. Let's talk about the pyramid schemes. And a lot of people have heard of these pyramid schemes. It's where participants invest money in a non existing business with promises of high returns, relying on recruiting others to join. Now, I have never been a part of a pyramid scheme, but I will say that there has been some of my friends who have been a part of the pyramid scheme. And sometimes people think that get rich quick thing, it just doesn't work. If you want to get rich, you're going to have to work at it. And it's hard work to work at it. And you might not never get there. I don't really want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be able to do the things and the hobbies and stuff like that, things like that I want to do. But keep in mind that a pyramid scheme, and you got to keep in mind they get you to invest into their non-existent business with promises of high returns, relying on recruiting and recruiting others to join in it. So once you get in, they want you to recruit somebody else to get into it, and really and truly, uh, you make so much money. Maybe I was. There was one time they want, I believe somebody, but I didn't get involved in it. I believe that somebody brought it to my attention, but I was skeptical, and I was skeptical in that respect. So the next one is tech support scam. Now I've had this one. Fraudulent poses as a tech support agent, and they convince victims to grant remote access to their computers, often leading to I guess I cut that off, but it's often leading to data theft or malware installation. So I've had this happen to me, and what happens is I've had it where my computer has just gone completely black, and then or I turn it on and it goes something, and then it just comes off, and so you call the people, and then they tell you that it's burned out and that you got to get another computer. Oh, Lord have mercy. So it's one thing, but I've had this one happen to me numerous times. So I only deal with the company that I buy the computer from. I don't go with no geeks, no, any of those type of things, because I have fallen victim to the tech support scam. So because I'm not computer illiterate. And so therefore, when something goes wrong, I call, whatever that number is or whatever it is, and that's how I have granted access, but now I don't do that I don't do those type of things anymore because I've learned, but before you don't know, so that's why I'm doing this, because I think that I need to make people more aware of what is going on out here and how people are being exposed. Sometimes they say they're targeting seniors, which they might be doing. They might be targeting seniors. But I've had this happen to me before I became a senior. So I think they target everybody, basically. And I just feel so bad that people have to get up and take from innocent people who are trying to kind of make it in the world. Um, it's a sad thing. Now, don't forget about this one: online shopping schemes. Fake websites or sellers offer product at attractive prices, but the goods are never delivered. The goods are never there. You pay the money and you never get it. And sometimes this happens. I don't know. It happened I would say it happened in my sorority. That's why we have vendors that have to be vested in the sorority. They have to be approved in order to uh, thing. But there are still vendors out here who have not been vested with the sorority, and people buy from them, and then they complain. I see them on the website saying they have not received their items, or certain things like that. So you have to be really and truly um, aware of that as well. The online shopping, I have never had that happen because I'm really not an online shopper. I like seeing my stuff. I like feeling it. I like, very seldom. I do shop online, but it's usually like for office supplies or, things like that. But never ever do I uh, buy. Basically, I do buy online sometime, but not like that. Mm, excuse me, I am just so thirsty. And then the next one I want to talk about is investment fraud. Scammers promote fake investment opportunities, promising high returns, often targeting inexperienced investors. So I've never been a part of an investment fraud, but you hear about these type of things all the time where people are taking advantage of people. And I think this more so happens with the stock. Um, with the investing in different types of stocks. I know that there are quite a few little bitty companies where you can invest in. And look, I believe that what's that? Some of those uh, clip what you call them? The currency. This is the new currency. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, y'all. I cannot think. Crypto. Some of those, not all of them, but some of those are investment. That's some of those are investment frauds as well. So you just got to research and do everything, and don't always follow your friends, because sometimes your friends don't know they get into it, and then because they got into it they want you to get into it. Just have a mind of your own, and if you get it, I always go with my gut feeling. If I get that gut feeling, I'm not even gonna be bothered with it. But just keep that, keep those type of things uh, in mind as well as we go along. Now, I am going to break again for another commercial, and then we will be right back.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Well, we are back, and thank you again. We're going to go on. Now, this one here, everyone has heard of romance scams, and it was really, really popular a while back. You know, the dating sites, and the people would get on the dating sites. Now, I did a dating site. One of my friends told me about a dating site, and I went on it, but you know, it's a lot of scamming going on with the romance. Scammers build excuse me, emotional connections with individuals online, and then request money for various reasons. They either sick or the child is sick or something. And I remember watching Dr. Phil, and he had people on that program where they were excuse me, had romance with people over in other countries. Africa was one of those countries. It wasn't Lagos, Nigeria. They did an article on that one where, and believe it or not, mm, people make their living scheming on other. Why would you want to play with somebody's emotions and feelings like that? But unfortunately, there are people out here. They're just out here for the money and or material things, and we just have to be really aware of those type of situations. Unfortunately, as we move on, the next one is lottery or prize scams. Okay, so I put up here the dice because people gamble and everything. People really gamble on the lottery, and the chances of winning in the lottery is very slim. I'm not a lottery player. Um, I've never been involved in a lottery or a prize scam or anything of that magnitude. Um, but I am sure they are out here. It says victims receive notifications of winning a lottery or prize they didn't enter, but they must pay fees to claim their winnings. Now, there used to be, I think somebody approached, there used to be a cash app. That's the only one I can think of right now, where someone would say, I'm going to give you so much, you won so much money, but you got to pay so much to get the money. Okay. Now, I have heard of that. Somebody has contacted me with something like that. But in that situation, what I did, I listened to him all the way through. And then I said, well, I got to check this out with the Better Business Bureau, or I'm going to call the IRS and see if this is legit or something. You got to, and then, if they hang up on you, you know what time it is. Okay. You really know what time. But now, and one time I got the Publishing Clearinghouse called me. And they got so angry with me because they said, You don't want your money? I said, well, I got to call and check out. I'm an investigator. I hate to say it, but I am. That's how I do all this stuff on the show, on my podcast show, because I got to investigate. Okay. I got to answer whatever's in my mind that's going on. And I feel like this: if I don't know, then my audience might not know. It's going to be some people out there that doesn't know, that don't know, just like me. And so it helps me out. Like all of these scams, some of them I've heard of, and some of them I'm familiar with, but I'm not, a thing. But I'm telling you, I think I must have it written across my face because that's what happened. And I just said, Lord, I need to get on here and talk about scams because I know I am not the only one. Sometimes I talk about it when I have my Bible study with my people at the church. And, if you don't talk about it, no one knows what's happening. And see, that's the problem. We don't talk about it. Because when I opened up and talk about other things have happened to other people, I mean, other things have happened to other people out of the country. Now, I've had the bank call me to tell me that somewhere over in Europe, somebody has used my card, and I'm right here. Okay. And they know, the bank knows I'm right here. And so they alert me to that. They don't let it go through. But I'm saying it's just so much going on. And it boggles me. How do they get your information? How do they get your information? And before this show is over, I'm going to tell you an incident that happened to me here just recently, dealing with the telephone company. Because at this point, with the scamming and all of that, I'm up to here with it. So let's move on to the next one. Impersonation scam. Scammers pretend to be a government official, a law enforcement, or other authoritative figures to intimidate victims into paying money. Now, I told you that the IRS called. So that's a government official trying to call. But it really was just a scam. The IRS is not going to call you, okay? Law enforcement might call you, but they're not going to. I've gotten one where with the police association, they call. I don't think that they're a scammer, but I've even got one that says policia, and that more is like Spanish, or something, or it's not spelled the normal way. I just don't answer it. Now I just don't answer my phone for different calls if I don't know you or the name is not coming up the correct way that I feel like I know you or it's something important. I just ignore it and don't do it. If they really want to talk to me, then they will leave a message and I will call them. I will call them back. Okay. So the next one is called a charity scam. Fake charities solicit donations for disasters or causes but pockets the money instead. Now, I know everybody has heard this. Whenever there's a disaster or something, people, different organizations, they collect money and they collect personal items and toiletries and, all of these things they purchase. And the people never get it. They never get it. Okay. Um, but we do have some legitimate uh, organizations out here, like the Red Cross, or like that. When there's a disaster, they come forward. But we have other places that they just, when a disaster happens, they pop up and they collect money, and they just don't do anything with it. People never really receive any of those things. So you have to think about that as well. And it's so sad that we have to, when you try and people need that stuff. When it's a disaster or something like that, they really need those donations and things like that. So, and then the next one is job and employment scams. Bogus jobs offers often, it should be often, ask for payments up front or involve money laundering schemes. Okay. I don't think I've ever been involved in anything like that. So it is, I hate to say that, but I did want to show you a video if I can. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Just hold on real quick. It is on, it's in my downloads. It is in, hold on, I got to do, uh-oh. All right, hold on. I'm finna share my screen here if I can. Hold on. See if I can share my screen to you. It's not letting me. That is so weird. Well, is that it? I did want to show you this video on scamming. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. Okay. Just a moment. I don't, it's not cooperating with me today. So we are not going to, okay. I don't know why it's not letting me share my screen to you today. So it's all, like I say, it's always, I always seem to have problems with certain, um, I always seem to have problems. So we're going to cancel that. And I'm just going to go right on into a commercial uh, because I could not get that going. So we're just going to do this commercial, another commercial, and I'll be right back with you in just a few moments.
Oh my goodness, the mailman came. I hope my sweet little thing cookie's in here. I just hope it's in here. Let me see. Let me open this up. That's it. That's it. Sweet little thing cookie. That sweet little thing cookie. Oh, I'ma have me a ball now. Let me just get this right here. Little thing cookie. That sweet little thing cookie. Oh yeah. I finally got my cookies. This sweet little thing cookies. Oh yeah. I'ma have fun. This package kinda big though. Man, it got a lot of cookies. Oh yeah, this the best day ever. I'm trying to tell you, I got my cookies, and I'm gonna eat these cookies, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Wait, what?
Marie, what you doing, man? You can't have those cookies right now. I'm sorry, we about to eat dinner. Once we finish dinner, then you can have those cookies. Go ahead, put them up. Go ahead, put them up.
Are you serious, bruh? I got sweet Lestain cookies, and now I gotta wait for dinner? Fine, can I at least look at the cookies? Thank you. Oh my goodness, I have waited all this time now. I got to do all this. Fine. Oh yeah. I got my hands on some sweet Lestane cookies. But I can't eat them right now because bruh talking about I gotta wait to dinner. Okay, I'ma do that. But once I finish that, it's gonna be on, y'all. Wait a minute. Bruh talking about cooking some food. All this is a can of salmon and some frozen biscuit. Bruh cannot cook. I know he don't think I'ma eat this. Ain't no way. Bruh. Hey, bruh. Daddy. Where are you? You set me up, homie. You had me about to eat a can of salmon and some frozen biscuit. I'm not down with that. I want my sweet Lestane cookies. My sweet Lestane cookies. Carrot cook. Is this what I'm saying?
I was born by the river in a little old tent. Just like that river, I was running ever since. Marie, hey man, it ain't what it's not what it thinks. I'm sorry. I was just gonna eat one cookie, but I ate them all. It's not my fault, Marie.
I know better than this. You trying to set me up, homie. You had me eating that nasty food, and you ate all the cookies?
Finish him.
No, Marie. No, Marie. No.
Hey, family. I'm sorry y'all had to see that. But what did we learn today? One thing we learned is you don't mess with Marie and you don't mess with his sweet Lestane cookies. Tell him that right, Curtis.
That's right, y'all. Don't mess with Marie and don't mess with his sweet Lestane cookie. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry.
All righty, we are back. Before I just have a few. I hate I couldn't show you that little short video. I don't know what happened that I couldn't. It's always something. But before I leave, I want you to reflect. Okay, it's important that you reflect on all of these things, and you want to also protect yourself by being cautious with unsolicited communications, verifying identities and websites, and never sending money or personal information to unknown sources, staying informed and not participating, but practicing digital hygienes are key to avoiding scams. And if you're not sure, there's my library. I don't know. I'm sure your library in your area. Check with them because my library had a whole series on scams and what you needed to look for. Not only that, but also I believe the state's attorney or the local governments and stuff, they all have presentations and things on different types of scams. So look into some of those situations or some of those resources that are out there for you to use or to utilize in your everyday life so that you don't get caught up in it. I've been caught up in it in all of it. So we're just going to take another brief commercial, and then I'm going to come back and kind of tell you what happened to me just here recently. It's really a brief a brief commercial.
Go.
I want to flex my love. I want to impress. And I want to carry my love away.
Alrighty, we are back again. So here recently, I got to tell you this, and it has to do with a major telephone company. I One morning I got up and I tried to call my daughter on my cell phone, and the call said call failed. I said, she must didn't pay her bill. That's the first thing I said to myself. So I tried to call back. It said the same thing. So I said, well, let me call her on my landline because I'm one of those ones that still has her landline. So I said, well, let me call her on my landline. And when I called on my landline, uh, well, I didn't call her. I called my phone on my landline. I called my cell phone, and it went straight to voicemail. Straight, straight. So I waited a little bit, and I called again. It went straight to voicemail again. And so then um, I decided, well, let me call the telephone company. So I called the telephone company, and I said, I'm not able to call out on my cell phone or receive calls. I said, when I call it goes straight to voicemail. So they put me through this whole thing and asked me, you have a code that you got to give. And they asked for the code, and I gave them the code and all of those things. And during the course of the conversation, the representative said, well, Miss Brothers, you just upgraded to an I-14. I said, I-14? I don't have an I-14. I only got an I-11, y'all. I said, I don't have an I-14. I only have an I-11. They said, well, you upgraded yesterday. I said, no, I did not. I did not upgrade yesterday. I hadn't even been out the house, really, to upgrade. I said, you know what? I really believe that this is an inside job. They said, oh, no, Miss Brothers, no. They went to the, whoever this is, they went to the Apple store and upgraded. They used my number to upgrade their phone to an I-14. And to this day, I'm wondering how could that be possible? How would they get my information when you got it set up where I got to give a code? Okay, this is still boggling my mind to this day. Okay, this is just recently. So I and then they put me through the third degree. I wondered, did they put that other person through the third degree that they let upgrade on the phone? But they put me, I had to get my phone, my iPhone. I had to go inside my iPhone and get all of the codes and all those little IP addresses and all that stuff to give it to them so that they could get my phone back on. I don't know what they did with the person who upgraded. So I thought I had it all taken care of, y'all. And then I got a bill in the mail for $800. And so what they did upgrade, but they added 4 lines as well. So to activate all of those things, okay. And then the telephone company wanted me to pay it. I said, "Oh no, honey, you all can just you're gonna have to cut my phone off because I'm not paying for somebody else's bill. I'm not paying anybody else's bill." But needless to say, we do have it together. We got it. We got all of that together. And I swear to God, it was not, it's less than a week. I was getting ready to go up to my church and I picked up my landline. In fact, it was last Thursday by mistake. Picked up my landline and it was dead. No dial tone, nothing, no static. You know, sometimes you get a little static sometimes. No static, nothing was there. So, what do? I call AT&T. Well, I hate these the calling in now because you get the recordings. The robot. And that takes a while. Okay, so when I started out at 10 o'clock in the morning, really a little before 10, because I think I was going to Bible study. And I started out a little before 10. And I swear to God, at 12:30, I was just getting up at the church. It took that long. And doing all of that process, because I had already had become a tech and did it myself. And then once you call in, you get the representative. You got to be in tech with the representative. Okay. So I was the tech for myself, the tech with the representative. Then after the representative put me through all of those changes being the tech, then they going to troubleshoot or do whatever they got to do from their end. Phone's still not working. Now somebody has to come out. So it's 2 days. I'm just telling you this just to be, it's a good thing that I caught it in time before I think I did caught all of that in time. So it's just not, now they're doing telephone. That's not on my list. The telephone, that was not on my list. But you need to be aware in everything that you do when it comes to these scams. Okay. And so with that being said, I'm just hoping that in some kind of way I have inspired you. In some kind of way, I really hope that I have encouraged you. And I hope that I have empowered you to live a healthier lifestyle. Because if you're being scammed, you cannot live. You're stressed. You have anxieties. And so you need to know how to cope and deal with these different types of situations. And so as I leave you this evening, I always close my show off with my 3 L's because those 3 L's are very powerful and they lead to you leading a happier lifestyle. And the first one is to live. You want to live your life. Live your life to the fullest, y'all. You only get one. And so you should do those things that make you happy. Don't let others bring you down and have you feeling sad. They don't have your best interests at heart. Because if they love you, they will do things to make you happy. So make sure that you live your life to the fullest. The second thing is that you want to laugh. Make sure you find some time in your day where you can let out some laughter because laughter is good for the soul and it makes you feel so much better. And then the last thing I want to leave you with this evening is the love. Make sure that you love with all of your heart. The Bible says that you're supposed to love everyone. And I used to complain about that one when I was growing up. How can you love everybody? But my grandmother said, baby, you can love everybody. Just some people you have to love with a long wooden spoon. And I guess she's right. Because those people who are causing all of that havoc, They need your love the most. But please don't forget to love yourself, because self-love is the most important love. So I want to leave you this evening reminding you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in starting a podcast or anything like that, you can reach out to me as well as the CTI Media Network. Have a great evening, you all. It has truly, truly been a pleasure.